Every day they laughed at her, called her names, held their noses when she passed, but one morning she opened her locker and found a note that didn't mock her. It changed everything, including the bully who wrote it. Her name was Lily. She was 14 and she smelled different, not horrible, but noticeable. Old laundry, sour shampoo, something not quite clean. She wore the same hoodie every day, hair tied back with a fraying elastic. Her backpack was torn at the zipper, and she kept to herself. Middle school doesn't forgive different. They called her Smelly Lily, held their noses when she passed, wrote it on the bathroom stalls, laughed behind her back, and sometimes right in her face. Teachers ignored it. They assumed she was just another quiet kid. Lily said nothing. She never did. What they didn't know, Lily and her little brother lived in a run-down apartment with their mom, who worked nights at a warehouse. The water heater broke months ago. No hot water. The washing machine didn't work. They bathed with cold water from the sink. Sometimes not at all. Her mom did her best, but rent came first, food second, hygiene somewhere further down the list. Lily didn't smell because she wanted to. She smelled because she had no choice. One Tuesday morning, Lily opened her locker. On top of her book sat a folded piece of paper. Her heart dropped. More teasing. Another cruel message. She opened it slowly, bracing herself. But it didn't say anything mean, just one sentence. I see you, I'm sorry. No signature, no threats, no mockery, just empathy. It was the first time in over a year anyone had spoken to her like a human being. That same day, Jake, the most popular boy in school, sat at the back of the lunchroom staring at his tray. He had laughed at Lily too, called her names, made faces when she walked by. But last night something had happened. He'd gone home, tossed his shoes by the door, and saw his older sister crying on the couch. She worked as a school counselor. He asked what was wrong. She told him about a girl at her school. Quiet, bullied, who had tried to hurt herself that day. Jake froze, because in that moment he realized Lily wasn't just a joke. She was real, and she could be next. So the next morning he wrote a note. Didn't sign it, just slipped it into her locker, hoping it might help. The next day, Lily came to school wearing a clean hoodie. A little big, sleeves too long, but clean. A donation had come from a local shelter. She didn't know who arranged it. She didn't know that Jake had asked his sister how to help quietly. More notes followed. You're stronger than they think. Keep going. You matter. Other students started noticing, and slowly the cruelty faded. The jokes stopped. Not because they all became kind, but because one person had changed the tone. By the end of the semester, Lily had a new nickname. Not Smelly Lily anymore, just Lily. At the 8th grade graduation ceremony, awards were handed out. Most improved, best attendance, spirit of kindness. When Lily's name was called, she stood frozen. No one had ever called her up for anything. She walked to the stage, tears in her eyes. Jake clapped from the front row. Later, as everyone hugged and said goodbye, Lily found a final note in her locker. This time it was signed, "From someone who should have known better. I hope I helped a little. Jay." She looked up. Jake stood across the hall. He nodded. She nodded back. That was it. No apology needed. Because redemption had already happened. Kindness doesn't always start with heroes. Sometimes it starts with people who made mistakes and decided to do better. If this story gave you hope, share it. Because the next Lily might be waiting for just one kind word.